Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When we were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had so many questions. How do we record an episode? Where do we find background music? How do we get our show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places that people like to listen? And where do we find advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. Anchor makes it simple to get up and running. You can upload and schedule your podcast ahead of time. It publishes to all the major podcast platforms. You can easily check your stats. I could go on, but instead, why don't you go and get started? Go to anchor.fm/start to join the e-commerce minute and a diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. We can't wait to hear your podcast.
It's the e-commerce minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts, Bart Mraz and John Suter. The e-commerce minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. This episode is brought to you by SendPro Online from Pitney Bowes. Save time and money no matter what you ship or mail with SendPro Online software. Print shipping labels and stamps right from your desk and access discounted rates for as low as $4.99 a month. Try it free for 30 days and get a free 10-pound scale when you visit pb.com/minute. That's pb.com/minute. Experience the better way to ship with a free trial of SendPro Online from Pitney Bowes. It's e-commerce minute episode 474.
Today's episode, Spotify tests voice-enabled ads. Dog, the ads are not for you.
The dog comes on right on cue. Spotify is getting into voice commerce. The streaming music and podcast service announced the launch of voice-enabled advertisements, which will encourage the listener to say a verbal command to take action on the ad's content. For now, the advertisement will be limited to promoting content within the Spotify ecosystem. The initial audio ads will direct listeners to a branded Spotify playlist or a podcast, the company says. One ad, which began running earlier this month, will direct users to the Spotify original podcast, Stay Free, The Story of the Clash. Another will promote a branded playlist on Spotify related to a Unilever Axe ad campaign later this month. Oh, I want to hear that playlist. When the ad runs, it will encourage users to check out the content by saying, play now, and give the listener time to respond. If the user says anything else except play now, a tone will sound and the mic is turned off. The ad break then continues as usual. The ads during the test period will only be heard by a smaller subset of Spotify listeners in the US. Additionally, the ads will only be served to those listeners who have already enabled Spotify's voice control, used by those who use the in-app voice assistant technology to search for music and podcasts. Users can opt out of the voice ads in the settings menu if they prefer, under voice-enabled ads. They can also disable the microphone entirely. Currently, the test is only live in the US for free users of the Spotify app on iOS or Android. The ads are coming.
The ads! That's kind of interesting. I kind of want to see how that works.
Yeah, I don't hate this. You know,
Yeah, me either.
they got to make money. I mean, you know, we can't escape ads, so it might as well be in some kind of creative way.
Yeah.
It's not like that QR code thing we talked about last week with pointing the phone at the TV. I mean, that's...
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is so much better, obviously, right?
Yeah, this is really good. Pandora also confirmed they were beginning testing interactive voice ads later in the year. In their case, the voice ads will ask listeners if they'd like to hear more about a product or services and allow time for you to respond yes or no. So, yeah, I mean, the voice ads are coming. There's no way around it. But it's neat that you have the ability to interact with it. So right now they're just directing you to music and podcasts, but I'm sure later it'll say, okay, take me to the pet food. And then we'll say, probably play an ad that says, would you, this is the interesting part. This is what I didn't see anything about. What happens when it gets to the point where it's like, okay, take me to advertiser. Advertiser is, Purina dog food.
Yeah.
Is it going to say, oh, Purina dog food, would you like to add it to the cart? Like, what does that mechanism look like?
Right. Who knows?
But right now, I think it's cool. I think it's really good. Or I think for a while, it'll just be, I want to learn more, and then it'll just give you an extended commercial. So if someone's really into whatever product is being pitched, they have the opportunity to learn more, and the rest of us can just listen and ignore. So pretty cool.
No, I do like this.
Yeah, I like this. No word on rates or pricing at this time, so we don't know. For advertisers, we're speaking of, we don't know what this thing will cost. It's still in the very, very early days. But yeah, people are still wary of the voice assistants, but yet there is a huge adoption rate for setting alarms and kicking the jams out and doing your home devices. So it hasn't stopped them from using this, and the growth is still there. So it's an exciting, what would you call it? An exciting platform to watch, in the next couple years.
Yeah, that's what you hope,
That's what you hope. All right, and stat time. The latest figures from the IAB, that's the Internet Advertising Bureau for those uninitiated, says that digital audio captured $935 million in U.S. ad revenue during the first half of 2018, up 31% year over year. So when you say digital audio, I can read between the lines, and I will just use the word podcast. And as we said, voice assistants are here, people. A recent Juniper research report found that there are 2.5 billion voice assistants in use today, a figure expected to grow to 8 billion by 2023. So in that number, do you think they're including phones? Because that is a big number.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's really hard to, it's still trying to track, audio is still hard.
It's like trying to track podcast stats. It's like black arts.
Good luck with that.
Good luck with that. It's like I need a guru to come and, dissect our podcast stats. All right, we're going to tell you about today's sponsor, Send Pro Online from Pitney Bowes. Guys, you've heard me just talk till I'm blue in the face, but you've got to stop waiting in line. Stop waiting in line. Come on, stop going to the post office. It's nothing bad news there. Avoid all that confusion to find the best postal rates for your business. With Send Pro Online from Pitney Bowes, you can send packages of mail without leaving your office. Isn't that great? You can enjoy your salad and order your postage right from your desk for as low as $4.99 a month. You'll save time and money no matter what you send, from letters to packages to overnights. Here's the F's and B's. Starting at $4.99 a month, you can print shipping labels and stamps right from your own printer. Easily compare rates using the online software. Gain access to special USPS savings for letters and priority mail shipping. Plus, track all of your shipments and get email notifications when they've arrived. And for being a loyal e-commerce minute listener, you'll receive a free 30-day trial. 30 days, that's a month to you and me. And as an added bonus, you'll receive a free 10-pound scale shipped right to your door to help you accurately weigh your packages. Go to pb.com/minute to access this special offer. Get a free 30-day trial plus a free 10-pound scale to get started. That's pb.com/minute. Experience the better way to ship with a free trial of Send Pro Online from Pitney Bowes. Anything to add on the Spotify story?
No, I think we're going to see a lot more of this stuff.
Yes, I agree. It's something to keep an eye on. And Sumo Heavy will have their own study on voice commerce, which will be coming, what do you say, any day now? It's hard to say. Any day now. So we will announce it on this very podcast and on the social medias. Our social medias are at Sumo Heavy. Wherever you buy your social media, you can find us. We are there. That's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media at Sumo Heavy.